Hello, it's Gypsy Soul here at Gypsy Willow Cottage, sharing my art and a little chit chat. Sink down into a big fluffy chair with a nice cup of tea or coffee and visit with me a while I do what I love. It makes me so happy to share my art and a little chit chat with you for a little while. Thanks for being here. Hello, my chit chat friends. How are you? It's been a while. That's why I thought I'd come on here and say hello. Jax wanted to say hello too. He always wants to come over here, don't you? You can't go over here because there's candles going, Bubba. So, oh my God, what a week. What a couple of weeks. It's been so crazy. So let me tell you where we are. So the houses went up for sale. Sign is out there, and it was a glorious day. I videoed it and everything, and talked to the realtor and things like that. Sign went up on like a Friday, and then she put it up on the website maybe Saturday, Sunday-ish. I don't know, but then she didn't come inside for the pictures until Monday. So then Monday pictures went up on the website. So, and then the way she said it was going to go is we would do the pictures on Monday, and then the next Monday is when we would all the showings would go through during that week, and then the next Monday is when we would look at offers. I've never sold a house before, so I don't know. I just went along with whatever. And so there were 7 showings. I had to leave the house several times. Me and Jax, we left the house. We did eat a lot of crappy food, which we should not have done, but we did. I stopped the last few showings. I said, nope, no more crappy food. So Monday, which was yesterday, I talked to her, and there were no offers. That was kind of like... not a slap in the face, but just something that I did not expect. I thought somebody would want this place. Oh, there was one offer. They wanted to give me $25,000, but I hold the mortgage. So I don't know where I was supposed to go, live in the basement or something. I don't know. Did not take that offer. So then there was another showing yesterday. So all in all, there were 8 showings and nobody. So she called me yesterday and said, the last people, it was just not a fit for them. But she did say something to me that was kind of unsettling. She said she was going to reword the information on the website because it did say we were going to look at offers on Monday, which has passed. And so she's going to take all that info out and just leave the regular stuff out on the for sale website. And then she said, if nothing happens, we'll talk about lowering the price. Well, that unsettled me for the rest of the night last night, and it unsettled me up until this morning. During my morning coffee, I sent her an email and I said, there's something you said yesterday that bothered me. Because I already told her I would not go under what we put it up for. So I told her, in order for me to leave this house, I cannot lower the price. I am not desperate to sell this house. I will stay here before I lower the price. I am not trying to get rid of this house. I am selling it. It is my dream home. It gives me security, owning my own home and knowing that no one's going to kick me out. In order for me to leave this house, I'm not going to sell it in desperation at a lower price. I want to move to Florida, and I do want to move to Florida. But in order for me to move to Florida, I'm going to need a significant amount of money as well. And after, the realtors take their money and everything else, I still will have some money, and I still have to pay the rest of the mortgage. I don't want to lower the amount that I'm going to have for myself for Florida any lower than I already have. So I told her I am not desperate. I can wait. It's only been a week and a day. I don't know why I need to lower the price after a week. I don't know real estate, but you know what? I do know me, and I know that I cannot sell this house at a lower price just to sell it. So I am prepared to stay if I have to. I would, 80% of me does want to go to Florida, but the other 20% loves this house, and I will fall back in love with it again if I have to. So that's where that is right now. But I just wanted to keep you posted on things that are going on. So of course, with all this going on, I haven't really been doing much art. I'm trying to get back into it. I have been doing some art. Been watching a lot of art on YouTube videos. I just haven't been doing. So I thought today we would do a little art chit chat and do some art. So without further ado, and people say that, let's do some art and chit chat, shall we? Okay, Jaxie, I'm gonna put you down, and we're gonna change. Here we are. So, I thought I'd do something on this. The word escapes me right. Canvas. And I thought I would use these graphic because I forgot that I got these. Well, I haven't been in here that much. I'm going to use the graphic paints and the graphic pencils. Oh, and guess I got a new pencil sharpener. It's the long sharpener, so I can't wait to sharpen these. So that's what we're going to do. I'm just going to do a face. A nice little face. Let me put these back. This tree, this is from Lake Ontario. So, let's do that. So, let's draw the face. So, yeah, I am not disappointed about the house. It's only been a week and a day, right? I have got to figure out how to stabilize this lamp so that it doesn't shake anymore. And I will figure that out. But anyways, I'm not, all my life, I've been used to being rejected, ignored, on the outskirts. All my life I was the hidden friend. I was the hidden girlfriend. I've always been hidden. I think that's my archetype. So it doesn't surprise me that nobody wants to buy my house, which it's kind of weird. I don't know. Is it the market? In the prices of the interest rates are really high. I don't know, but the rejection and stuff like that is not new to me. I'm used to it. I can deal with it. And you know what? This house is so damn clean right now and so minimized. It's wonderful. I've been actually enjoying it. And I just want to share with you a quote that I've had written on my desk. It was on my printed out, and now I'm on my desk. I don't want that there. When I used to be in the office, it was there for years. The quote is, and this was always my quote: "Everything is possible. The impossible just takes longer." So there. Yeah, so yeah, this house is so freaking clean and minimized. I love it. It's just a really great feeling. And so what I have been doing is I've been reading Clan of the Cave Bear. I can't even say it. I am on book 3. So Clan of the Cave Bear, I read, I think, in the 90s. And let me tell you, I do remember the first book. And I don't know if you're familiar with Clan of the Cave Bear. It's a great series. I had the first 3 books. I did not know there's 6. I do have all 6 now, which is fine. So the first book I do remember vividly. Very faintly remember the second book, and then I think I had the third book, which I'm reading now. But, ooh, that eyeball looks really big. We'll just have to make the face bigger, that's all. So the first book's Clan of the Cave Bear. Second book is Valley of the Horses. And all those memories started coming back as I was reading of what was going on in there. And now I'm reading The Mammoth Hunters, which a lot of it I don't remember it, so I might have had it and just not read it yet. So it's been really nice reading these books too. It's just, I don't know if you're familiar with, it's about Ayla, who, cave woman, cave people, people in the times of the caves. Not dinosaurs, but mammoths, saber-toothed tigers, etc., etc. You know? So it's really, really detailed, really interesting. And when I say detailed, one of the things I do not remember, it is very graphic in the sex area, can I just say? Oh, lordy, it is a graphic. I mean, it's very detailed in everything else and how they make the tools and live in caves and the way they made their food and herbs and hunting. It's very, very detailed. I recommend these books highly. And if you are into porn, and I'm telling you, it's it's very, very detailed. That's all I'm going to say. But I've been lately I've been reading them in front of the fire, in the fireplace. Oh, it's been so wonderful. Just sit in front of the fire and read on the weekends. I only do the fires on the weekends. I don't know why. I feel like I can only do certain things like I'm still working. I have no freaking idea, but but that's what I do. If it's really cold, I will do a fire, but yeah, it's nice to sit and read in front of the fire. One of the things, though, so what I knew there were 6 books. I had to buy all 6, and so of course I got them on the used books on Amazon because 6 books would have been really expensive. So the first 3 I got like $5, $2, $3, but they're the little paperbacks, and the print is so tiny, it's driving me crazy. So this is what I wanted to do here, something different. Yeah, this third book, and then the next 3 books are bigger. They're paperbacks, but they're the bigger paperbacks with bigger print. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. So is this face in? I hope so. We'll see. Yeah, I think it's okay. So I wanted her to have like a headband. Something different. And maybe for the headband we could do, I don't know, I was gonna do stencils or something. I'm not sure yet. Not sure. But I just thought I would do something different with headband, long hair. I love the strandy long hair. I am trying to grow my hair out again. I've always had layers. I've always had long hair with layers. I'm trying to do no layers. So I did like the bob cut. Got rid of all the layers. Now, so the thing is, when it's growing out and stuff like that, the reason I put the layers in is because my hair is so thick and it just goes like a big A, and I don't like that. So that's why I put the layers in, but I don't want to do layers this time. I'm just trying, so we'll see. Working through it, as you can see. But yeah, so I have been trying to change my mindset, because for the last few months, maybe the last 3 or 4 months, I've been going south. I gave a lot of stuff away, too. I gave a lot of stuff away. not that I want anything back, because it was stuff I had to, you know, I have too much stuff as it is. So I wanted to do, I'm wondering if, can this russet be, I gotta find, here, let's do this. Can this russet be, can it be face color? I'm wondering. I don't know if I could do that as a face color. No, I don't know. So, I did want to use these. Maybe I could use it very, very lightly. I'm going to use it. We'll just have to do it very lightly. Here, we'll do it here. How about if we do a little russet? And we'll just, lots of water. Just a tinge of autumn brown. Ooh, that's, what's in the, is there white? I wonder if there's white in the charcoal. Nope. Oh, there is white. Let's see if I could use some of this white. Can we mix? Oh, let's see. Just, I don't know. Well, let's see. Let's just go for it, shall we? Yeah, so that's where we are at right now, me and Jaxie. I really should take him for a WALK, but it's cold, and it's been cold and gray the last few days, and I don't know. Oh, wrong color. It's been cold and gray and just gloomy. I've been watching the Siesta Beach live cam for my sunshine. Yeah, I'm still in the Florida way. I mean, it's only been a week and a day. Good Lord. Right? I don't know. If stuff doesn't happen immediately, why does everything have to be so immediate? I can wait. Somebody will want this house. I mean, crazy me. It's got to be someone as crazy as I was that wanted this house. This house was too big for me when I bought it. But I wanted it anyways. I loved it because it had everything that I wanted. And you know what? This house, actually, it's got good bones. If somebody could come in and just, if they wanted to fix it up and stuff like that, this is the house. Because it's the stuff that needs to be done is kind of cosmetic, and it would be great. It would be great. So, I don't know. If somebody was, you know, even though there's those women out there that love to remodel and stuff like that, it'd be perfect for somebody like that. Excuse me. I just don't want to do any of that stuff. I mean, there's stuff I could have done, but I did. I put the, I don't like this at all. I don't like this at all. I don't think I'm all right, you know what? When things happen and you don't like it, just go with the flow. That's all. I gotta find, God, this thing keeps moving. I don't like that. I'm gonna find a way to, we're gonna start all over with color. I'm gonna do, because this is canvas, I should have gessoed it first. I'm gonna do acrylic. Okay, we're back, and we're gonna do acrylics. I should have thought about this better, because those graphic tints are more like watercolor, and I should have done that on watercolor paper. And I like doing my faces kind of like you're putting makeup on, right? So and I do much better with acrylics. So we're back. See, this is what happens. Something doesn't work, you just switch gears and do something else. Oh, much better, much better. And I kind of like to do a little water with it. Then I like to water it down too. Yeah, this is more what I wanted. Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah, it's kind of gloomy out there today. It's been gloomy. So I think Thursday we're gonna go on a little hike and collect some acorns. I gotta get back into some nature journaling too. I miss my nature journaling. Maybe I'll film a little bit of that too. I want to do some nature journaling because look at all the leaves out there. I love to nature journal leaves. So that'll be fun. So yeah, I told you about my books. Those are so good. I can't wait to get back into it. And here you, Jaxie, drinking your water. Good boy. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. So yeah, we're basically gonna peach wash her face a little bit here. All that color that we put down, I don't know how that's gonna work, but it'll be okay. It will be okay. It will be okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do some leaves and some acorns. Maybe if I find some mushrooms, I'll nature journal some mushrooms. Yeah, but there's a few places right near here where we can hike and gather acorns and stuff like that. I'll get some pictures that I can nature journal. I want to get back into that too. So like when I'm not painting, I want to paint. My arm and my hands just want to paint or draw. So I've been feeling bad that I haven't been in here a lot because I've been really cleaning, and it was funny because I really cleaned this house and I really minimized it. And then when the realtor came in, she's like, well, we're going to have to do this. You're going to have to do a little bit more, you know, to minimize or whatever, unclutter. And I was like, Jesus, I thought I already did that. But I uncluttered even more, which means I'm going to have to dig out. So I've got a bunch of recipes. I'm going back into healthy food. I just have been eating so much crap, and I got a lot of good stuff. So I got to go back, and I thought this place was going to sell. We'd be gone. Boom. So I packed a lot of my normal everyday recipes. So I got to go dig those out. I have to do it anyways, because what I did was, she told me to take all my cookbooks and get them off the shelf because it made the kitchen too small, I guess. So I did. But all those, these are cookbooks. I put them all in one box, which was really stupid because then I strained my back trying to move it. So I got to take those cookbooks and put them in two separate boxes so they're not so freaking heavy. So I got to do that anyways, so that's what I'll do. I'm not liking this, but we'll take care of that. So the way we will do that is, oh, that's too close to that. Let's try burnt sienna. Burnt sienna. Burnt sienna. I just want to make it a little darker just to... So now we can do shadows. The shadows. Here we go. Add a little water. Yeah, it's just like putting makeup on it. Just like putting makeup on it. Still need a little darker. All right. Where's my cloth? Here we are. Got too much on there. I just wanted to... Let's try. Yep. It's funny funny though, when I put my own makeup on, I don't do it like this. I should just get the paintbrush out. Right? Like some people. I mean, some of those videos, sometimes I'll be scrolling through Instagram and some of these women, did you see there's like a few women who are out there who they don't have any teeth, and then they go and they put all the makeup on and their teeth, and they are slamming gorgeous. That just goes to show you, be careful out there. There's another one too of the guys with those big, roughy beards, big huge beards, and then when they shave them off, they have no chin. That's why I don't. When I put makeup on, I try not to do too much, because what you see is what you get. What you see is what you get. There we go. Then we gotta kind of blend that in. It's just like putting makeup on, blending that in. Yeah, I like that. There. Just do all the shadows. Let's see, her nose. Oh, yeah. Got my jazzy music on. I love that stuff. That's what the music, I put that music on when I'm reading my books, too. I like a nice quiet, a nice quiet home when I'm reading. I don't want it super quiet. That's why I put the jazzy stuff on. But I have it on really low. It's nice. It's nice. Here we go, little eyeshadow. A little darker here. A little darker. Oh, I love working with, I love working with acrylics. This is nice. I got to do more. We will do more. I promise you. I promise you. See, even that little bit, I just love it. Love it. I've been watching a lot of, the thing is, I've got a lot of classes that I watch, so that's another reason why I can't video, because these are classes, some of them are free, some of them are paid for, because I do Patreons and stuff like that. And even if they're free, it is not right to, well, I feel like it's copying a teacher, so I don't think that's fair to the teacher. They teach me so much, but then that's it. I will not. They do their own videos, and that's them. I will follow, or I will copy techniques and things like that from the teachers that I follow on YouTube, because they, that's how I learn. But when I do, I will say, hey, I learned this from My Fairy Treasures, or another one of my favorites now is the Frugal Crafter, Lindsay Wyrick. Love her. Love her. So, yeah. If I learn something from them, and I will share with you, I will tell you that I got it, who I got it from. Things like that. And like if I do a class, I'll post my final drawing or whatever on Instagram, and I will say who the teacher was. I will say. Oh yeah, this is, I like this. I'm wondering, so now this is the only thing I have not done yet is oil painting. And I'm wondering, it's the same as, I don't know, is it? I don't think I will do it because it involves a lot of, it's just not, it's easy to clean and things like that. You know what I mean? It's just not that easy to clean. And I'm already having a problem with cleaning stuff like my watercolors and like all this stuff. I really hate putting it down the drain. I'm trying to look up other ways to do it, like let this dry and scrape it up. But like the watercolor waters, because it just hurts the environment. So I'm trying to figure out different ways to do stuff. That's why I use these a lot now too. Gets these at the Dollar Tree, and then I cut them up, and then I throw them in the washer with all my towels and stuff like that. So, but so like what this is from a reference, kind of like a reference photo, sort of, and then let's see what color we're gonna do her hair. We haven't done her lips. And what are we going to do with her lips? We make them a little teeny bit redder. Oh, we'll use the quinacridone magenta. Just a touch. Just a touch. Ooh, that won't open. Ugh. But another, like, so the Lindsay Wyrick, the Frugal Crafter, she also calls herself the Sketchbook Floozy. I absolutely love her. Love her, love her, love her. She made me fall back in love with color pencils. I did her class. It was a free class on michaels.com/classes. And we did this. Look at this. We did this. I did this garlic with pencils. I love it. So I fell back in love with color pencils because color pencils were just not thrilling me. So I think she's got classes that you can pay for. Once I get all settled and everything and I have a little extra money, I might take her color pencil class if she's got one because I do have all these color pencils. So I put them all, I had put them away because I wasn't using them. So these are the color pencils that I originally got from years and years ago before I started. I don't know where I got them from. It was something in the mail. So these are regular color pencils, and this is the swatch. That's the regular color pencil. So then when I got back into all this stuff, I went and got these are the watercolor color pencils. And these are nice. And then these are the Faber-Castell. And then I went and got a couple of Caran d'Ache Luminance. I got a few other more Prismacolors, and I got some Derwents. So a lot of the teachers that I follow, they do a lot of this stuff. I'm going to get back into pencils, or not back into color pencils. I've never really been into them, so it would be nice to kind of get into them, you know? So, ooh. All right, these lips are a little, let's see. The top part we want dark. The bottom part we want, I think I need a smaller. We need a tinier, ooh, here we go. We need a lip pencil. I'll wet it down a little bit too. So I want to get into color pencils again. So there's another thing that I don't think I'll ever do, but I also said that about color pencils, is a lot of my teachers are into those markers. I don't know. I like painting. I don't know if I can get into markers. But this day and age, there are so many things out there. There's markers, charcoal, graphite. I mean, there's things that I never even knew about before, you know? And now I'm in love with those graphite XLs. I didn't know about those a few months ago, and now I'm absolutely in love with them. You know, so who knows? Who knows? Maybe I will like the markers, but then you know what that means? That means I'd have to go get some. So we'll see. I'm just going to leave that right now. I don't know if I'm loving what that's doing there. Not sure if I like this. Oh, I don't know if I should be doing this, but I want it a little lighter in the middle. All right. Maybe we could do something with, when I get in there with the black, we'll do something. How about those eyes? What shall we do? What color should we make those eyes? Oops. Let me get my leg underneath here. What color should we make her eyes? Let's see what I got. Do we want blue? I guess we're going to go with blue, huh? All right, we'll do blue. Or we could do, how about, I want to do hazel. I'll do hazel. Because she's going to have brown hair. Is that hazel? How about we do her hair first? Let's see. What color hair do we want? Where's all my browns? That's a nice dark brown. Let's do that. Oop. That's a nice dark brown, but it's not dark enough for me. We'll throw in some black. But I do want to save some for her eyes. Look at all that stuff. All right. Alrighty, so yeah, go and find the Frugal Crafter on YouTube. Lindsay Wyrick, she's really cool. She's really good. Let me do this color for the eyes. No, we don't want to do that. We want the smaller. Yeah, I want like a really light brown eyes. Oh, you know what else I've been doing? So, I got myself one of those, what are those things called? A frother. I guess everybody has one now. Well, I have one now. And I make my own matcha lattes. Oh, they're so good, and so easy. Well, at least the way that I make them, you know. So what I do is I make half of, I get one of my really tall teacups, and half of it is the matcha tea. I boil the water, and put my 1 tablespoon of matcha powder in hot water, dissolve all that, swirl it around, make sure it's all dissolved, and then oh, also, while it's dissolving, there's also a big honking spoon of raw honey. So that all goes in first, and then I take, because I use half and half. Right now it's dairy-free half and half. Aldi has organic half and half now, which I bought, so I'm using that up, but I'm trying to do dairy-free, so I'm just using it up because it tastes like water to me. I don't really like it. So I using that up, and then I put it in the microwave for like a few seconds, and then froth it all up and put it on top of the matcha tea, and there's my matcha latte. And let me tell you, yeah, I like this a little darker. Oops, yeah, then we can see the strands. So when Jax and I had to leave the house for one of the showings, we had to leave the house from 1 o'clock until 6:30 because there was like 5 showings, and they were all kind of in a row, and I figured, well, we're already out, we'll just go. So, you know, we had lunch, we hung out in the parking lot, watched the birds, blah, bitty, blah. And then I thought, well, let me get a matcha latte, we'll drive around in the country. So we stopped at this coffee place. I'm not going to name the name because I don't name names. And I said, oh, do you have matcha lattes? They said, oh, yeah. The guy was yip and jaw jacking, da-de-da. And I said, I want a large, tall or large or whatever, really large. He's like, oh, small? I said, no, large. Then I ran to the bathroom. He made my matcha latte. I think he even gave me the wrong change. But, you know, that's my own fault for not counting it back. So then he hands me this small cup. So he obviously didn't hear a word I said. And the latte was terrible. It was like water. So I do know now that I make better matcha lattes than this coffee place that I will not mention. Or I don't think I'll go back there again because the last 2 or 3 times I was there, I was not happy. One time I got, I ordered, it was a cinnamon roll, and the cinnamon roll was, oh, this is going to be hard. Let me do this like this. The cinnamon roll was in this, it was in plastic, and then when I got the out of the plastic, it was like rubber. It was like rubber. It was awful. Just awful. It was my own fault. So I didn't complain. Because that's how I am. Unless there was a bug in it or something. I did not complain. And I just noted to myself, I'm either not going to come here anymore, or I'm not going to order anything from the dessert case, because they obviously don't take care of that stuff. It was awful. I mean, just awful. I need a little more paint. Where's my brown? Here it is. Yeah, I like that dark brown much better. Don't worry, we'll fix the eyes. We will fix the eyes. Because I know she's kind of staring at you blankly right now. But yes, you know what? And it's probably cheaper for me to make my matcha lattes at home anyway. Oh, and they're so good. I mean, I almost doing one a day, but I'm trying not to because I don't know how much you're supposed to have that kind of stuff. It's not fattening. It's stuff that I make. I mean, it's the half and half maybe, but I don't put a lot. I do a half a cup. And then the honkin' big spoon of raw sugar has got to be better for you than other stuff. So, yeah. Can't be that bad. Let's do... She's coming along here. Oh, yeah. And I like the way the brown and the black kind of mix in together there. I like that look. I kind of like that. That's kind of cool. I like the stringy here. We're going to leave it stringy. She's starting to come together. Oh, yes, she is. I like it. Oh, I think the mail... No, that's too early for the mailman. I'm hearing noises. I am hearing noises, though. Put a little brown caramel in that here. Over here. Little caramel strings. Oops, too much. Too much. So we'll throw in some more dark. So. Oh, this is going to be hard to do. All right, let me do the top of her head here. This is going to be hard to do her face while her hair is. I'm going to let it dry more before I start doing her face again. Which means it'll give you guys a little... You'll never notice it, but it will give me a little break. Speaking of break, I should drink my coffee. Yeah. So I'm going to let that dry a little bit, and I'll be right back. Up a little bit. So let's do those eyes, huh? I know this is getting kind of long out as it is, so I have no idea how long we've been going, but let's get those eyes. Ooh, this is like, I don't know, maybe I could do these with colored pencil, but oh, I don't know. whenever I do stuff with mixed media and I do color pencil, I don't like it. I don't know, something about it bugs me. But this is too dark. I don't want it. I'll try the gray. We'll see in a little bit. Let's get those eyebrows. I wish my eyebrows were this easy to make. Mine are so sparse. So I have to draw mine in too. Let's see. Ooh, what did I do there? I gave her little bushy eyebrows. Oh, well. A little bit of bushy eyebrows, so I have to do the other side now. This is what happens. Well, it looks more real that way, right? She looks more wisdomy. Bigger eyebrows, there we go. Just do a couple of lashes. I guess I don't do well on the left side. Now let's take care of these eyes. Pupils. A little darker on the rim. Just a little bit so. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be chit-chatting. You know, I used to be a morning person. I still am. Are you a morning person or are you an evening person? I still am a morning person, but at least today I did get up before the sun rose so I could see the sunrise, but I was so busy making coffee, I missed that peak sunrise moment. Maybe I'll do that with pencil, I don't know. So, yeah, let me get these pencils out. We'll try these. So, but I used to get up like 6 a.m. and go sit on the deck and watch the sunrise underneath a blanket. Yeah. I don't do that anymore. I love this. These new, so this is the long. So first you do number 1. And I hope I'm not wasting a lot of my pencil because of this. And then you go into number 2. But I like the long point. That's kind of cool looking. So I got, this is like a gray, a dark gray. Does it say midnight black? Well, now I got stuff all over here. So there we go. I want to do a little gray under. Yeah, I didn't want to do this with, it's not bad, with the paint because the paint was too dark. Just trying to make the eyes look a little shaded, a little more shaded here. Have a little more shade there. So let's try, let me see what I have over here. I want like a magenta. Yeah, here we go. For the lips, we want kind of a magenta. I don't know how long this is. This video must be so long right now. Oh, these won't. There we go. But if you're still here, I should not do this over my painting. So I got everything piling up over here. Let me move it over. Let me move it over. So just get that in there. We still have to do her headband yet. Yeah, I just want to do the, oh, there we go. The lip lines looks, oh, look at that. Doesn't that look cool? That looks much better. Much better. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that looks better. Okay, maybe color pencils aren't that bad as long as you know how to use them. So now I want to do, let's do a little brown shading in the eyes. Yeah. Sometimes you just need a little pencil. Just a little pencil. See, now she doesn't even look like she has a nose, because I have a thing about noses. I just can't do a big nose for some reason. And this chin thing is kind of bugging me. So we'll do that. See, this colored pencil's kind of bugging me now. I don't like that. What to do there, but see, that bugged me. That's kind of bugging me now too, but I'm gonna leave it. I'll leave it because this is already too long as it is. How about we got to do her yeah, we just gotta yeah. Oh, that's right, it's water. This is water soluble as it is. I forgot. So that's good. Kind of smooth that out. Let's do her headband. And then let me get my black pencil. Let's finish off her eyes here. Let's get some lashes. Oh, I hate to do that, but okay. I hate to do that. Let's throw in some hair strings. What color should we make? Let's do a magenta, kind of go with her lips, sort of. Maybe a light magenta. Throw in a little white. I want it to kind of mix. As I put it on. I'll show you what I mean. There we go. Kind of a... yeah, that's what I wanted. Just a little mixy mix. There we go. So, oh, you never told me. Are you a morning person or a night person? I don't know. For some reason, I can't stay up past 10. I start falling asleep. My eyelids start to close. Probably because I get up so early. I mean, I literally am up at like 4. Well, I get up many times in the middle of the night, but because I listen to Coast in the middle of the night, I'll turn it on maybe around after midnight. So I'm listening to all this weird stuff on the radio, but I will literally get up around 4:30. 4:30 is when I'll turn the TV on if I'm awake. If I can stay asleep, believe me, I'll stay asleep. And I'll put on, YouTubes. I was watching Tampa news every morning. I still will. Trying to get myself used to, Florida news and what's going on. I do that with the News On app, which is free. You can watch news at anywhere you can watch. So, and then I will put on my YouTube channels. I have so many YouTube channels. I'll check and see who's got new stuff. I'll watch the new stuff. I try to watch the arty YouTube stuff in my office, because then I could draw along or paint along or whatever they're doing, or take notes and stuff. I do take notes when I'm in bed and stuff, but yeah. Well, how about if we do, we know what we didn't do. I don't know if we could do this just a little. Oh, that's I don't know if we can do that. Can we? Oh, I'm messing it up. Messing it up. Sin. Let me get this. I didn't put any rouge. There we go. Kind of blend that in. Should have done that. She was doing so well. She really was. And then I just messed it up. In 20 seconds, I just did. Damn it. But it's acrylics. We can push it back. Push it back a little. Just a little bit. See, this is all dried up. Darn it, I'm kind of mad at myself now that I did that. Oh, look what I'm messing it up everywhere. All right, let me fix this hair. Oh, I gotta fix this. What did I do? What did I do? Oh, I do have some white here. Let's see what we could do with the white. All right. I did forget to put my little white highlights in there, so I like to put some on the nose, chin. Oh, and we didn't do little white highlights on the lips. A couple of highlights on the eyes. Now I want to fix this face. What did I do? God, what did I do? I wanted to give her a little rouge and I messed it up. There. I'm still mad because it was really looking good, wasn't it? See how you can mess things up in a blink of an eye? Let that be a lesson. You can do that in real life too. You can do that in real life too. But this is alright. It kind of like... just a touch. All right, I'm messing it up. I'm not doing really well now. Oh, I messed it up. All right, I'm gonna leave this like this for now. Try to fix it, and maybe I could show you the finished product because I think this is gone like 2 hours already. But this is what we have. We'll fix it, and then I'll show you the finished product. Thank you for being here with me in my art chit chat. Boy, did I mess up at the end, but thank you. Bye-bye.